people, I'm Mark Chalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars. Today, I'm sitting behind the wheel of a beautiful 2017 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350 with 48 original miles. Yes, you heard it right, 48 original miles, and I purchased this car from the original owner. To start off this presentation, this is a non-rehearsed video. I'm sure there's going to be multiple things during this presentation that I forget to mention about this wonderful car. So please visit our website at msclassiccars.com for a free, complete description with tons of photos. You can clearly see everything that we've done with this car and how spectacular it is. For every vehicle that we sell, I do create a binder like this particular one here. That binder includes any information that comes with the vehicle, and it also includes our service invoice. Although this particular car only has 48 miles on it, we wanted to put it through our service department. We did a few things when it was in service. We invested a total of $1,484. That also includes the detailing that we've done to it. So whether you plan on keeping this car as an investment, maybe putting it in a museum of some sort, or you plan on buying it to drive it, be rest assured that we've gone through it, it's ready to rock and roll, and again, that is documented. For anybody who has not been following MS Classic Cars, I only collect number 1 and number 2 condition vehicles. I handpick all the vehicles that I purchase. We own all of our inventory. We do not do any consignments. Very, very proud of the cars that we have sold, the cars that we own. Again, we're the only classic car dealership in the country who services every vehicle that we sell. We document the work with an invoice. We also detail these vehicles to a very, very high level. So be very, very comfortable that you're getting exactly what you see, no surprises, and we do stand behind everything that we sell. So to get into this particular car, kind of an interesting story. My service manager, Michael Marcella, he actually knows a guy who lives in Massachusetts who has serviced a vehicle with him in the past, and he knew that Mike had actually joined our team within the last year or so. So he reached out to me. I didn't realize who it was until we had further conversation, but he said who he was, where he lived, and he said he bought a brand new 2017 Shelby GT350 right off the showroom floor at a local Ford dealership in Massachusetts, and he said the car really has never been driven. He, again, bought it as more of an investment piece, kept it covered in his garage. He lived in a beautiful house, would start the car, take it for a quick ride around the neighborhood and put it back, kept a battery tender on it and so forth, and that's pretty much what it was. And he said the car had 48 miles. So I had to actually ask him again. I said 4,800 miles, 48,000. He said, no, 48, like 48. It actually had a little bit less than that because we did put a couple miles on it at MS Classic Cars, but you get my point. So of course, I jumped on the opportunity to purchase it. I went on the internet. I started doing research on these cars. We've owned a few of the newer Shelby GT350s in the past. I could not find anything that had miles as low as this car. So I believe this is one of the lowest examples in the world known to exist. Again, it's a great opportunity for a great car. We went up there with our truck and trailer. We picked it up. Again, we brought it into service. We detailed it from top to bottom. We put together a really good description with tons of photos. Again, check those out at msclassiccars.com, and you'll clearly agree how spectacular this car is. So in regards to the window sticker that we have here, this is actually a reproduction window sticker. The original window sticker was misplaced. Mike, who has a Ford login, who works for me, Mike was able to get this deal emailed to us. I had it professionally printed. So there's 2 copies of this. It's basically a replica of the original window sticker. So all of this information here matches this particular car. This particular vehicle here was ordered, obviously, as a 2017 Shelby GT350. It is race red. According to my notes that I have here, there was a total of 7,115 of these cars built in 2017, so a relatively low production number. Of those vehicles, 522 of them were actually produced in this color, race red. So it's a pretty limited production color. And of course, this particular car was ordered with what they refer to as over-the-top racing stripes. They're a white stripe. They have a black pinstripe on the outside of them, and they look absolutely beautiful. So that was like a $475 option. Of course, there was a gas guzzler tax. This vehicle also had a car cover. That car cover was never given to the guy that I bought the car from, the original owner. That was $375. Again, that is not included. But this car also was ordered with the electronics package, which was a $3,000 option, dual-zoned electric AC, single CD with Sirius radio, voice touchscreen, navigation system, etc. So the original list price on this vehicle was $60,895. And again, these 2 reproduction window stickers are included. Before I forget, this car also has an Oasis results report, which Mike actually used again with his Ford login. It just gives you a bunch of information here of what the car had when it was new. It goes over all of its original standard equipment. All of this information will be included in this binder. It's also pictured on our website photo gallery. And last but not least, MS Classic Cars is a Carfax dealer. So I pulled up a Carfax report on here. It clearly shows that this is a 1-owner vehicle. It says no accidents, no damage reported. In regards to that, even though the car has low mileage and even though it has a perfect Carfax report, I'm sure everyone's going to want to know for sure that it's never had any paint work. So what I'm going to do in this video here is do an exterior paint meter presentation. It's an electronic paint meter. It's actually this device right here. We've used these in the past with newer vehicles, and what it does is it documents whether or not a vehicle has original factory paint. So we'll go ahead and do that now and show you exactly how original this car is. So when you're purchasing a newer vehicle, even though a vehicle like this one with only 48 miles on it, you would never in a million years imagine any paint work was done, but there's always that chance that something could have been done. So what I'm going to do is use this electronic paint meter, which tests the factory original paint. We use these on all the cars that we have here that claim to have original paint, so we can document it, not just take our word for it. So this particular paint meter, factory paint registers roughly between a 2, sometimes we see as high as, say, a 7, somewhere in that range. They're not always consistent throughout, but I'll explain it as we go. Obviously, this vehicle's in showroom condition, so I'm not going to walk around it and mention imperfections because there isn't any. But the point of this video here is just to do the paint meter. So first thing we'll do here, the paint meter will clearly show this is a 4.0 on the hood. So that's original factory paint. I will come up here maybe to the front side of the hood, or back side rather. That's a 4. We got the driver's side fender. That's a 4. We go over here to the driver's door, 5.5. Again, perfect numbers, all original factory paint. We'll hit the top of the driver's side roof, 5.0. We'll come down to the driver's side rear quarter, 6.0. Again, these are all factory correct paint meter readings, 6.5. We'll do the driver's side rear deck here, 6.0. Again, 5.5. Go over to the passenger rear quarter, 6.5. Go right here, 6.0. Top of the passenger side roof, 5.5. Make my way down to the passenger door, 5.0. I'll even go a little bit lower, 7.0. Come over here, 7.0. One more time, passenger front fender, 4.0. So once again, you're getting consistent readings. Again, this car is reading basically between a 4 and a 7, all original factory paint, nothing to be concerned with. So now that we've done the paint meter presentation, I'll get back to some of the details on this car. So again, as the Carfax report states here, it is a one-owner vehicle. It shows exactly where the car was bought, which was at Greco Ford in Raynham, Massachusetts. It shows that when he purchased the car, he had the paint protection added to the vehicle. We don't have any documentation on that, just the Carfax report, so I wouldn't hold a lot of clout to that, but basically that was done to preserve the paint. He was very, very particular with this car, very careful, of course, treating it as a true investment grade vehicle. So we have all of the original owner's manuals. Those are pictured within our description. We have the original Shelby GT350 owner's kit, which is also pictured within our description as well. This car is in absolutely showroom condition. As you would expect with a vehicle with 40 miles, it is basically a brand new car. So there's no point in me talking about the condition of the outside, the condition of this interior, the condition of the engine bay or undercarriage, because the car is brand new and you can see the condition of the car with all the pictures in this video and so forth. Again, we fully serviced at MS Classic Cars. You'll note on there the few things that we did do, like the battery. We used a Ford battery. When you look at the oil that we used, the oil filter that we used all the OEM parts. So all of that has been done. And again, it's been fully documented. To touch base on one last thing here, the engine that's in this car, the 5.2 liter, this is a very special motor because it really revs high. Red line's not till like 8,000 plus RPM. That's what makes these cars extremely fun to drive. Unlike some of the newer cars today that really, they tack out, at lower RPMs. This is actually a real high revving motor, kind of like what they used to build back in the day. So you got a lot of that original nostalgic that kind of follows this car. And of course, this car has a 6-speed transmission. 6-speed is an awesome transmission. So the engine transmission combination of this car is really, really awesome. If you're into Shelbys, if you're into driving cars, this is a car that really is at the top of a lot of people's list. And, it's going to obviously, being a Shelby, be something that will be collectible down the road, something that people can have in their collection. And again, before I forget to mention, which is in our description, the chassis number is H5775. That plaque is actually on the dash there. And there's also a little item that's included in the GT350 owner's kit that is included with it as well, that shows that chassis number. So I think that pretty much concludes the presentation on this car. I'm super excited about this car. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me directly, send me an email. I handle all the incoming emails and phone calls, so I'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. If there's any concerns about transportation, don't worry about that. I will assist with all the transportation in the 48 lower U.S. states, whether we use a 2-car enclosed trailer or we put it on a 6-car enclosed trailer. We will make sure that we take care of all that. When the vehicle goes inside the trailer, we cover it with a brand new plastic cover, so that way when the vehicle arrives at your doorstep, the driver can pull the plastic back. It will look just as nice as it does today in this video. You will be super happy. You don't have to worry about doing anything to the vehicle because we've already serviced it, we've already cleaned it. All you can do is rock and roll. So try to envision at this moment you starting the car just like I'm going to start it right now. And one other thing I want to show you with this car is it has this option here that these cars come with, which it allows you to actually open and close the exhaust system to get a more aggressive sound. So I'm going to go ahead and start the car and quickly demonstrate how that works. Again, this is a push button start too, by the way, which is really cool. Fires right up. So you can see with this switch, that's the sport mode. I'll give it a few revs for you. Sounds absolutely awesome. Again, I'll do it again. Now, if I close that, that's the normal mode. So you can totally tell that's the difference. Depending on what you feel like that day, if you feel like a madman, you want to get on the gas, open up that exhaust system and let her rip, potato chip. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. We appreciate it. Rock and roll. So check this out. RPM level shows through this little device right here that reflects off the windshield, so when you give it gas, let you know where you're at regarding the RPMs, and that board is actually about this distance here. You can kind of see the reflection in the glass. So obviously I'm only getting it up to 3,000–4,000 RPM. Watch this. See, but this is an engine that goes up to almost a little over 8,000 RPM, but thought that was worth showing you.